Hey friends, welcome to my channel. I am a self-taught floral enthusiast who loves creating floral arrangements. My name is Jenny, and if that sounds like something you might be interested in, friends, go ahead and subscribe for more content. Okay, let's jump in. One of my favorite things is to pull leaves from my garden. Well, it's not really a garden, but those greens were already out there, courtesy of nature. They were there before, and I just pulled them out to add a little extra punch of green to these grocery store flowers. Okay, how beautiful are those kind of yellowy green? I think it's like a spring green. It's like, woo, they just pop. And I love various shades of green because whether you are decorating, doing interior design, or floral design, punches of green are going to draw the eye in, and it just adds a little something. So I put them on either side perpendicular to kind of frame the arrangement. Now I'm adding these St. John wort, I believe they are, berries. I love the variegation. Just little tiny texture. The eye also likes when there's various sizes, various texture. And I thought the soft kind of strawberry red gives a lovely contrast to the green. I also liked how many that they had. Look, when you're at the grocery store, look for where they have a bunch. Like sometimes you'll just have a few, but you want to get more mileage for your flowers. So try to get, if you are trying to budget your flowers for an event, or just because you're like me and you like to do floral arrangements all the time just for the therapeutic fun of it, then you want to try to get, like I said, the most mileage for your flowers. Okay, isn't that hydrangea just stunning? It is a light purple. You know, I wondered if they had sprayed it because the leaves had some purple on it too, but whatever, I love it. So this is actually, I went to 2 grocery stores. The deeper purple was exactly what I need. Sometimes I'll buy a few and I'll think, you know, I need one more thing, just one more thing. And I'm so glad I did buy that deeper purple because it tied everything together. And I think it's also a type of carnation, but it had like the little baby carnations that went with it, with a lighter, like real light lavender there. And I love that they had 2 types to kind of draw everything together. Okay, and then I'm just putting in some spray roses. I love that they have not opened yet. That way you can, I don't know, I just think having like closed buds and open buds, I'm really a fan of that in arrangements. So I got several of those, and I like the height, that it just gives it some movement and height and flow. You want your floral arrangements. I have seen really beautiful arrangements where they're like tight and thick, and then others, you know, that have more movement and variegation of height. So you really want to keep in mind, have a vision for your floral arrangement, or at least have one as you're going along. Okay, so those turned out so lovely. I only had about 15 minutes to make this arrangement. And I almost was like, I have to fight with myself because sometimes I'm this all or nothing person. And I'm like, unless I have a long stretch of time, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to record. But I'm trying to give myself more grace and more flexibility to just kind of share everyday adventures with you. And this particular bouquet was a birthday bouquet. And it makes bouquets twice as fun when you are creating, instead of just grabbing a floral arrangement, which I appreciate that too, but it brings me twice the amount of joy to be able to put my personal touches on. I put jazz music on while I was creating this, and that made it so much fun. Oh, there's one that needed to be removed. If you ever floral tip, if you see any broken or bruised florals, get them out. Get them out of your arrangement. They are going to just muck up your water, so don't do that at all. Now I'm just adding another bright, I love that kind of jewel tone purple. Oh my goodness. It's like, I don't know, some purples are deep, but this one was more like a vibrant plum purple. And I feel like it was the perfect complementary color for that lime green carnation that I began at the beginning of the arrangement when we framed them out. So always look for those complementary color palettes, just as you would an outfit and you're getting dressed and you don't want to put on an outfit that clashes. You want to be mindful with your flowers. I almost grabbed some beautiful yellow lilies, but I'm sure it would have been fine, but I'm more partial to kind of ombre bouquets. Just where it almost tells a story of the softer purples and the lighter purples. And I don't know, I may branch out, but for now I'm really loving like the same shades of pink, but just some deeper than others. But again, I love green in almost every bouquet. I've done beautiful white green arrangements, but the purple is just a little springy, adds a little touch to it. And again, with the height. So you can see my spray roses are kind of reaching out, giving it that flow, that sense of life. And then I'm using snippers. I'll show you my snippers to clip off the greens, to clip off the stems. And you do want to do that so that your water stays fresh. Before I started, I added a little, I can't give you the exact measurement, but a little splash of bleach and some floral food to the water, which really helps to keep that bacteria at bay. Like I didn't go crazy with the bleach, but I just took a little bit. There's the cap full, like you can, just make sure you have gloves or whatever if you're working with bleach, but just a little splash of bleach is what works for me. And it does keep, if you're going to go to the trouble to make a bouquet, you really want it to last. So, snip off the ends, change out the water every couple of days, and you should have, time to enjoy your bouquet if you've made it, right? And I don't know. So comment below, do you like keeping your floral arrangements all in one place, or do you tend to move it around from room to room? I think it may be, sometimes I'll leave them in one place, but sometimes the decorator or the, possibility mindset, what will it look like over here or over here? But I enjoy anything that's creative, that has so many different possibilities. I don't like anything confining. I have more of a possibilities, creative mindset. And this hobby has been the most therapeutic, enjoyable hobby. I think that I would love for you to try it. Maybe it's not your thing, but if you just give it a few times, the very first time you try something, you might be frustrated with yourself, but give it a few times. Oh, and learn from my mistakes. So stay tuned to the very end, because I'm going to show you a little outtake where we had Scotch tape, which is great for gridding off your florals prior. You want to on the vase so that they all kind of, especially with hydrangeas, they'll flop over if they don't have a proper grid. But the Scotch tape was actually too wide for those long, little kind of fat, waxy green blades that I put in at the very beginning, my green leaf blades. And so those were actually, the Scotch tape, it would not fit. And so I was getting really frustrated. And so we actually had to stop and re-record the video. So stay tuned. I guess that's why I see the skinny little floral tape. So stay tuned to the end. But I'd love to see your creations from your just everyday grocery store bouquets. And I just had so much fun doing this. So stay tuned and we'll see my mistakes so you don't do the same thing. So here's my floral blooper. I tried to put that thick leaf in with the tape grid and it just wasn't happening. The space was not working and I started getting frustrated, but I'm so glad that I re-recorded and I was able to do this video with you because it ended up being a lovely bouquet. I'll show you a few pictures at the end. So if you run into an obstacle, keep going. Don't get discouraged. You can do it. Here's the final product.